bro, this Amelia dude that's in the server, I've been like, bro, he's been promoting the server constantly on his YouTube, bro.
W Emilio.
Monkey Boy, who was the person you want me to talk to?
Oh no!
Oh god.
Who'd you call
That sounds like
Monkey
a
Boy?
Black Eyed Peas going on.
Not gonna lie. Can we just like can we schedule this like
Wait,
this debate or whatever?
who is the specific person? Just to be clear.
Bro,
Great, I'm gonna be creative.
MK, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I need to get a few things clear. So you said you take the view that theism is more parsimonious than atheism.
Goodness gracious.
Okay. And when you say that, when you say theism is more parsimonious than atheism, what do you think you're saying there?
Well, I was saying that my view is specifically more parsimonious than the person I was debating.
Well, that wasn't. I mean, well, first that's a bit like that's just going in a different direction. I thought you just said that you take theism broadly to be more parsimonious than atheism.
What do you mean you thought I just said? I didn't say anything about that. You asked me if I said it.
I asked you a question. I said, do you take the view that theism is more parsimonious than atheism? Then you said yes, and then you went to something else about a specific conversation you had.
I
So
didn't
you
say
said two different.
I didn't say yes. Like I said that.
Okay, so the answer is.
I said what I took the view of it being more parsimonious was the dude I was specifically debating.
So the answer is. So the answer to my question is no.
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, you don't know. Okay. Yeah, you're just agnostic on whether theism is more parsimonious than atheism.
Yeah, I guess I'm unsure. Like I think it could be, but I don't have an argument. I don't have a direct argument. I mean, unless you were to argue the same stuff that the Kearns guy was arguing.
You know that for every, at least like generally for any sort of theist hypothesis you have, you can always have a hypothesis where you just remove the God, and that hypothesis will be more parsimonious. You know that?
Simplicity isn't the only thing that goes into parsimony.
What parsimony is simplicity?
No. Parsimony is simplicity and also being having explanatory power.
What?
Yeah.
No, you can say something like, if two theories have the same explanatory power, then the more parsimonious one would just be the one that is simpler.
Yeah, but that's in an instance when you're specifically positing that both theories have equal explanatory power. Parsimony in general is just both explanatory power and simplicity, right? And that also supposes that both theories in the first place have equal explanatory power.
It's not it's, to be clear, it's when two theories have the same explanatory power. But that's all that is just a context where, like, we're even evaluating parsimony. So,
no, I disagree.
Just to say, which is just to say that, I don't know why you're talking over me. I don't know why you're doing that. Which is just to say that
this is ramble. I don't care about none of it.
I don't know why you're. Okay, I'll let you finish, and I'll just go with what I was saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like the whole thing is parsimony is just another way of conveying how like some sort of theory adheres to like the principle of Occam's razor, right? And then Occam's razor is just going to be something like don't multiply entities beyond necessity, right? So what do you think they're saying when they say necessity, right? What's needed to explain the data, right? So if you can explain the data without positing extra entities, right, then that's going to be a more parsimonious view that explains the data and has extra entities. Or if that doesn't explain this data and is more complicated.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so there's a context ordinarily where we will even start evaluating parsimony. And typically, that context could be, one where the two theories have the same explanatory power. And the one that is simpler will just be the one that's more parsimonious. And then, like I was saying earlier, if, like, you can always just stipulate a view that predicts the same data as a theistic hypothesis and just removes God, it's very easy to do.
Well, that supposes that you actually could do that in the first place. And yes, parsimony does include simplicity. Hold on, but when you say parsimony is this, real quick, when you say parsimony is this, it makes it seem like parsimony is only that. Hold on.
Yeah, one at a time.
Not only is parsimony simplicity, but it's also explanatory power. And yes, if you have two theories that have equal explanatory power, the symmetry breaker is going to be simplicity. And just like how if you have two theories and they have equal simplicity, right, the symmetry breaker is going to be explanatory power. There's two factors, right? So that doesn't mean that just because simplicity can act as a symmetry breaker and be considered parsimonious in an instance where two theories have equal explanatory power, that doesn't mean that parsimony is only that.
Okay. I mean, I guess you just had to get your ramble out there. I won't even correct that anymore.
That wasn't ramble. That
And
was just
are you? I don't know why.
clarifying
I don't know why
parsimony
you're.
is.
I don't know why
Obviously,
you're.
it's
I
just
don't
like
know why
confused.
you're talking over me now. Now, when you say that's supposing you could do that, are you just asking me? Is that just to say that's supposing it's logically possible that I can do that?
No, that's not me
because we
invoking some logic. Obviously, it's logically.
So when you say
feasible, but I
could,
don't see
so when
any.
you say could, okay, I don't. Okay, so when you say could, what do you mean other than logically possible?
You have the ability to, you have the knowledge to, you have the argumentation to. Like those are just strictly modal
Oh.
invocation.
Okay, yeah. If you just meant like I have the ability to, okay, that's just not an issue for me. Like you could just give any
Okay.
theist hypothesis, and I can just create one that doesn't include God, but just trivially predicts the same data. I could just make it like an ad hoc theory. It's very easy to do. So if you're talking
what's the
about like
point?
the ability being an issue, I don't know why that's a problem. I don't know why you felt the need to say that, but
Well, you
okay.
just said you could. You just said, "Oh, well, I could just do this thing." I'm just going. Well, I just suppose that you actually could do that. Like, obviously, it's logically possible to, but some people
Okay.
can't do it properly. Like, for example, the turns guy.
I don't know why you
no
felt
offense
the
to the
need
turns
to
guy.
say this. Please don't talk
You
about
feel
other
aggressively
people.
left.
Please don't talk about other people when you're talking to me.
Well, I'll talk. Well, you're in my server, so
Please
Don't
don't
forget
speak
that.
about. Okay, please don't
Yeah,
speak
yeah,
about other.
yeah. So
Please don't.
You're,
Please
yeah, you're
don't.
in my. Yeah, yeah.
Please don't speak about other people when you're talking to me.
Yeah, I
So
can speak
now,
about
just to
whoever
be.
I want. I just gave an example. Like I said,
Okay.
you're in my server.
Okay. Good
Did you
job.
forget?
Good job there. So to be clear, do we now agree that it's very easy to simply create a theory that predicts the same data as CSM, which is to say it has the same explanatory power, but it just removes God, which is to say it has just one less assumption. You agree it's like trivially easy to do that?
Given if you're positing a hypothetical in which you can actually give something that has equal explanatory power, then yeah, it's going to be more. But the atheist theory is going to typically be more parsimonious. Just like how in an instance where you have some theist theory and it explains the data better, right? That's going to be the more parsimonious.
I don't know why you feel the need to ramble when I ask you a specific question.
That's not a ramble. Like that's me adding context to what I said. And if you're not tracking, that's cool. I don't
about the explanatory power, you also agree with me, I'm sure, that it's actually very easy. I mean, it's just very easy to have a theory where you predict data. Like, look, I could give you an example. Suppose like you have.
I honestly don't care.
Suppose you have a theory that says God created the world. Okay.
Am I talking?
That could be a theist hypothesis. Right now, I can create an atheistic hypothesis that doesn't feature God, and that hypothesis could just contain something like there is a world, but that world just doesn't have a particular creator. Now, on that hypothesis that just says, there is a world without a creator, that trivially predicts the same data that the theist hypothesis predicts with, God creating the world and such. However, it just doesn't include God. Right, so it's actually very easy. So that's just a demonstration of how you can easily create a hypothesis that has the same explanatory power.
Are you done?
Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah, you just repeated yourself.
Do you understand what I just said?
Well, obviously you don't understand what I said, because I said given if you have two theories with equal explanatory power, obviously the theory doesn't posit as many entities, is going to be more parsimonious.
Do you understand what I just said?
Well, you can sort of take whether I do or I don't based on what I just said.
Well, I'm asking you, do you understand? Did you understand or not?
Yeah, I understand your right.
Okay, yeah, if you understand, and do you disagree with what I just said?
No, I just agree with if you have two theories that have equal explanatory power.
I don't know why you're repeating yourself, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah, wait. Okay, just because you're not grasping that I clearly conveyed that I agree without actually saying I agree.
Cool.
Are you stupid?
Okay, cool. Now if you agree with me and you understand what I said, okay, that's fine. That's the first thing I wanted to cover. Now the next thing, I heard you were defending some silly arguments. So correct me if I'm wrong. You defend both the intelligent design argument. You're also defending like fine-tuning arguments. Is that the idea?
I take those to be just one and the same.
Sorry, you think intelligent design arguments and fine-tuning arguments are the same thing?
Well, I think they have some core similarities.
I didn't ask you that. I said, do you take them to be the same thing?
Depends on how you take the views.
It depends on how. Okay. When you
Never
said that
thought
they're
about
when you said that they're one and the same, what do you think you were saying there?
They're identical.
Okay, so do you take the view that they're identical?
Well, I guess I'm unsure because I never thought about it.
Okay, well I mean, so you said they're identical. Now you're saying you're unsure. You know that's just a contradiction.
Are you like fucking retarded? Do you know what like clarification is?
I asked you. You said they were identical, and I said, do you take? And I just clarified. Do you take the
asked me
view
what
that
the
they're
statement meant. You asked me
identical?
what the
And then
statement
you
meant,
said,
and
I'm
then I
not
said
sure.
I said
Right,
you asked
so
me what the statement.
that's
You
just
asked me
saying
what the
that
statement meant. You asked me
you
what
did
the
take the view
statement
that they're
meant, and then
identical.
I
Now you're saying
clarified
you
what that
don't take
statement
the
Niggas
view
will
that
watch
they're
that comment,
identical.
please.
So you asked me what the statement meant, and I told you that the statement just conveys that they're going to be identical, right? Because that's just how I take the
Okay.
terms to be.
I
Right, but if you want to
understand
get
that.
into the hold on. If you want to get into like this meta garbage on like what intelligent design is, what fine tuning is, I don't.
I'm not getting
I'm
into
honestly,
meta.
I'm honestly uninterested. I'm honestly uninterested.
Look. I'm just saying that I asked you if I asked you you said you take them to be one the same, and you said that just means that they're identical. But then I asked you, do you take the view that
You
they're the
asked me
same
what
argument?
the statement means
And then you
when
said,
somebody
and then
were
I don't know
were to
why
convey that something is
you
one and the
only
same.
start talking when I'm in mid sentence.
Because
And
you
then you
always
said
fucking
no, and
bullshit
then
with
I don't
that.
know why you only start. And then you said no. So you said I do take the view that they're the same argument, and I don't take the view that they're the same argument. Like you managed to contradict you. Excuse me.
So it's only a contradiction.
You
Hold on,
managed to
it's
contradict
only a
yourself that
contradiction.
kind of quickly.
Yeah, so it's only a contradiction if P and not P is true at the same time.
Yeah.
But if I say that I take a position and I'm just like, after I say I take a position, I'm just like, no, I actually don't take that position. Then
Okay.
that's not a contradiction. Well, that's not like a strict contradiction, right? That's just
All I'm
me
saying is that
clarifying on
you
my belief.
affirmed P and then you affirmed not P. Now you can say something like I actually
I said it's not a
changed.
strict
Now you can say something. You can say something. You can say something. You can say something. You can say something like.
A strict
You
contradiction
can
would just
say
be P and not P
something. You can say
simultaneously, right?
something. You can say something
So-
like. You can say something like you changed your view within the 2 seconds I was asking you. You can say that. But when I say you contradicted yourself, all I'm saying is that you affirmed P,
it's not necessarily
and then
that I changed my
you
view. It's the
affirmed
fact
not
that
P.
you asked me.
Okay, if you didn't change your
asked me
view, then it's
if
still
there's a
a
distinction
contradiction.
between. You just asked me if there's a distinction between intelligent design and fine tuning, and I just said, well, I just personally took them to be the same thing, right?
Right,
And if
and
you
then
get
you
into the
said
meta,
that you
hold on,
don't
be
take
quiet, be
them to
quiet,
be
be
the
quiet,
same
be quiet,
thing.
be quiet. And if you take into this meta garbage, right, on like what the terms actually mean, right, then maybe they're not necessarily the same, right? But
Okay,
you would
so
have to
you said
invoke
they
some
were the
sort of like
same,
clear.
and then
You
you
would have
said
to invoke
that
some
they
sort
weren't
of
the
clear
same earlier.
distinction, right? So if we get into the meta
Okay.
debate on what these things are, I'm just going to be agnostic, right? But
Okay,
personally,
so
how I've taken these terms in the past to be are just the same, right? So
Okay,
with
so you said-
the meta garbage, I'm agnostic. But how I
Are
take
you
these terms to be are just
are
going
you
to be.
still talking?
Yeah. Obviously, like, can you not hear my voice? Like, is my mic not
I
conveying
mean,
words?
I just wish you'd stop.
Oh well, that's cool. Like, you came in my
Okay.
server.
That's fine.
Like,
yeah.
Monkey
Now,
Boy, can you
okay,
please
yeah.
stop
So
bringing
you
these
take
retards to my server?
Okay, yeah.
Like,
So you
I'm
said,
tired of farming these niggas. Holy shit.
are you done?
For
Okay.
real,
So you
bro.
said that they were the same. Then you said that they weren't the same. Now,
Okay,
like,
wait,
look. Now
I
let's
guess you didn't
go.
know
Now
what
let's go.
I
Now let's
said.
go.
I guess
Now
you
let's
didn't check
go.
what I
Now
actually
let's go
said.
on the. Let's go on the interpretation that they aren't the same. What do you think the intelligent design argument is?
What?
Did you not understand the question?
That's not even that's like a just not even a relevant question to what I can.
No, I'm asking you how you characterize the intelligent design argument.
Here, how I characterize the intelligent design.
Is your goal just to repeat back what I say and not answer?
I was asking for clarification because, like, you have a list, my nigga.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. I was asking you how you characterize the argument.
Yeah, I just take it to be like the intricacy of said parts of a given space are going to imply that there's some sort of designer.
Is the conclusion of the argument on your characterization that God exists?
Huh?
Is the conclusion of the argument on your characterization that God exists?
That's just the definition of what I take to be an intelligent design. That's not necessarily relevant to whether the conclusion is entailed by the definition.
Oh, you're saying you just define God as an intelligent designer?
That's not what I was saying.
I just heard you say the words. That's just what I take the definition of an intelligent designer to be.
You asked me what an intelligent design is, and then I defined it, and then
that wasn't the question. No, MK,
yes,
that wasn't it.
Yes,
No, you
that was
didn't hear me. You didn't hear me.
just
No.
asked me how do I characterize
No, I said
intelligent design.
you
Are
didn't.
you retarded?
No. Now
you
you're just
stupid?
confused. No, you're getting lost.
You
Wait,
just
hold up. You're kind of
you're
confusing yourself. Look, So I asked you a question. I said, how do you characterize the intelligent design argument?
I just
And then
said that, you dumbass.
yeah, then
Okay,
you kind
you're
of gave
done
a
talking.
rough
You're done talking.
characterization, right?
Hold on.
But then I asked you, is on your characterization, is the conclusion?
Yeah. So I repeated what you said, and then you said, no, you're lost. And then you just said, this is what I said, and then you just repeated what I just fucking said. Are you stupid? Like, I'll meet you. But you're retarded, I just want to let you know.
Or are we mute cooking now? Is that okay? Anyway.
Well,
Now,
you're
to
gonna
be clear,
a
where
retard,
you were,
I might
where
just
you
go
were
stalking your
confused,
ass.
where you were lost, right? Is I asked you what your characterization of the argument was. Then,
No, you
then
didn't say
listen to
argument,
me.
you dumbass.
Yes, I did.
You said the
Yes, I
term.
did.
You said the
Yes, I
term.
did.
What is an
Yes, I
intelligent
did.
design?
Yes, I did. Oh my.
Fuckhead.
No, that wasn't
You're
the
such a
question.
retard.
That wasn't.
You just,
that wasn't the question.
No, this nigga's
The question was how you characterize. I don't know why you're talking over me.
Look,
Look, am I talking over you? I don't know why you are talking over me.
This nigga's a brain in a vat, just like his name says. Oh my fucking gosh. Monkey boy, please stop with these niggas. Stop bringing these trolls to me.
Stop running.
Who's running?
Unmute him.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Bro,
don't
like,
run.
I'm look,
Okay.
Turns, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no.
I'm tired of dealing with niggas with
Just unmute
amnesia,
him.
bro.
Just unmute
Niggas who
him.
forget everything
Just
in
unmute
5
him.
seconds.
Unmute
They
him.
don't forget his
Just
own
unmute him.
argument.
Just unmute him. Just unmute
He
him.
literally asked me verbatim,
Just unmute
how
him.
do I characterize like
Yeah, yeah.
intelligent design? He's asking me how do I
Okay, you can
define
take a
it,
deep
and then
breath
now
in.
he's asking
Take a
me
deep breath
how do I
out.
give the
Okay.
argument for it? Right?
Okay.
That's just two
Okay.
different fucking things.
Just unmute him. Are you like good?
Right? He has one chance. He
away.
has one chance to stop being a retard. I'm gonna go full Darth Dawkins on his ass.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Ain't no way this dude just fucking.
All right. Well, if he just wants to like mute cuck, I mean, I don't know. But look, the main thing is, I asked him, how do you characterize the intelligent design argument? And
You
then
didn't say
I
that.
asked him, on your characterization, is the conclusion of the argument
I'm sure
therefore
Monkey
God
Boy's
exists?
recording. I'm sure Monkey
All right, so I'll
Boy's
just ask
recording.
you again, and then let's see if we can get an answer this time. So, on however you characterize the intelligent design argument, do you take the conclusion of the argument to be God exists or not?
From there being some sort of like intelligent design, therefore God exists. Is that what you're asking me?
Okay, you didn't understand the question. We'll try to get it to you again.
I'm asking
On
for
however,
clarification, dumbass.
on
Yes
however
or no,
you
is that what you're
characterize,
saying?
that
Is
wasn't
that
the
what you're
question.
saying?
That
Are
wasn't
you
the question.
asking me
To be clear,
if an
I don't know why
intelligent-
you're asking me to clarify and you're
like
talking
an
over me.
intelligent creator? No, because I asked you a yes or no question, and you're like, "Oh, you didn't understand
That wasn't,
argument."
and that's not an
Obviously,
no.
if I'm
The
looking
answer
for
is
some
no. If
clarification.
you're asking if that's an accurate representation of the question,
Yes.
the question just is, on the way you characterize the intelligent design argument, do you take the conclusion to be therefore God exists?
Okay, and then that you just repeated what you initially said, which doesn't actually
Okay.
inform
Now,
me
is that
on
a
what
yes
you mean.
or is
So
that a
that's
yes
why I
or no?
reiterated your question, right?
Oh.
So I can actually understand what you're asking me.
Yeah,
So are
if you're unclear about a term in the question, then just ask me which term you're unclear on.
Hold on. Are you asking me that if given there's an intelligent design, like under the argument, are you asking me if that premise implies the conclusion that God exists? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so
No,
then
to be
clarify
clear,
without repeating the same.
I'll ask the question. You know the question. Just tell me which term you're unclear on.
Just the combination, the string of fucking words you use.
Do you know what an argument is?
Huh?
Do you know what an argument is?
Yeah, I know what an argument is.
And you know an argument has a conclusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and you agree that intelligent design is an argument, right?
Sure.
Right, and I'm just asking on how you characterize that argument. Is the conclusion, therefore God exists? That's just a yes or no.
Well, actually, intelligent design is more of like a position, right, of like set state of affairs. I wouldn't go
Okay.
as far to say it's necessarily there's argument.
Well, that's
for
also another
intelligent-
contradiction. You just said it's an
Hold
argument,
on.
now you're saying it's not an argument.
I just clarified.
So you just
dumbass.
contradicted
Yeah,
yourself
obviously,
again.
I'm contradicting what I previously said to give clarification on what I
Okay.
actually meant. You fuckhead.
That's fine. Just try to get your view. Look, just try to get your view straight. You're saying a few different
Yeah.
things here.
That's what
Okay.
clarification does. It gets your views straight.
So you don't think intelligent design is an argument? That's the position you're taking?
Intelligent design, right, is just a position, right, of on the said state of affairs, right. There's
Okay.
arguments for intelligent design that establishes that there is one. Right?
Okay. Now you can understand it that way.
An argument.
Now is there whatever the argument is? Let's say like whatever argument you want to use to sort of use your semantics to quote unquote establish intelligent design. Is the conclusion of that argument therefore God exists or not?
From intelligent design, are you asking me? You're saying from intelligent design, does it follow that God exists?
No, that's not the question.
Oh my God!
All right, so try to listen carefully. Try to listen carefully to the question. I don't want to have to repeat it back to you over and over again. So try to focus on my question.
No,
Right, so just modifying it for your semantics.
I don't want you.
Right,
to
on your
repeat-
semantics, you
Oh my
take
gosh,
intelligent
that's fucking
design to be a
retarded. Hold on,
position. You don't think it's
Yeah, so you understand when you make a statement, right? And then I say, I don't know what that means. You don't repeat the statement slower, you fucking retard. That's not how language works. You give, right, an explanation on the statement using alternative words, right? So when you say a statement, right, repeating it doesn't inform me on what you mean by that statement, right? So you have to use alternative words to convey what you're trying to say. This is like basic language. Please stop like bringing me these like inept debaters. Holy shit.
And you take intelligent design to be a position, not an argument. However, on your semantics, you say that there are arguments that establish intelligent design. And all I was asking you is, presumably, you're trying to give an argument that establishes intelligent design, just modifying on your term usage. And the question is the conclusion of the argument that you're giving to establish intelligent design, is the conclusion, therefore God exists?
You're asking me, that just seemed like a sort of the same thing you asked me before. So
Is there any part of that question you're confused about?
Are you asking me, right, if from intelligent design that derives the conclusion, right, that
That's
God
not
exists?
the question, no.
Okay, well then you just failed to clarify.
Okay,
You just failed to clarify.
let's just try to help your brain out again. Okay, so you're about to give an argument that establishes intelligent design, right? Yes or no?
No.
No? Do you
What?
have an argument that establishes intelligent design, yes or no?
Do I have an argument that establishes intelligent design?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
question. Okay, now on that argument, is its conclusion, therefore God exists?
Is this conclusion therefore God exists?
Yeah, that wasn't the question. I don't know why you're repeating it.
Yeah, it's an implication for why God exists. So I guess like inductively or abductively, you could
Do
say.
you think this is an answer to my question?
Yeah, because it established that the conclusion would be that God exists abductively.
You realize
Okay.
you asked that question.
So the
right?
conclusion, so to be clear, like if you were to lay out the argument in the syllogism, you're saying the conclusion would be something like, the best explanation for this is a God. That's the idea.
Best explanation for
Either that or like God probably exists or whatever. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I wouldn't syllogize it in that like strict format necessarily. Okay. There might be some other premises that need to be suffice. But like, what is this relevant to? Like,
okay, now what I want to be clear. Now I just want to figure out what the argument is. So, I'm gonna write it out. I'm gonna write it on the syllogism just so I understand what the argument is.
Engaging on a fine-tuning argument, right? For one, I don't even argue.
We're talking about to be clear, an argument that establishes intelligent design right now. And I can help you syllogize that argument if you want, if you don't know logic or whatever.
Yeah, but I just told you I'm uninterested in engaging in a topic on fine-tuning or intelligent design.
Wait, were you not discussing these topics to other people previously?
Terrence was the first person I've ever discussed fine-tuning with in my life.
Is there some issue with like talking to me about it that makes you not want to do it, or?
There are more interesting topics like philosophy of mind.
Okay, I didn't ask you if there are more interesting topics. I just said I want to talk about this one.
So yeah, if you didn't track what I was saying by pointing out there's more interesting arguments, by virtue of there being more interesting arguments, I'm uninterested in taking less interesting arguments.
Oh, you're just refusing to. Okay, you're just refusing to give your argument for some reason relating to your boredom or whatever. That's fine.
You do full of mind?
That's fine. I don't know. Well, I actually came here to hear arguments for theism. It seems like you're just refusing to give them.
Wait. Why are you refusing full of mind though?
To be clear, I came here to get arguments for theism.
But
just to be clear, just so we're both on the same page.
That doesn't actually inform me why you're rejecting
just so we're both on the same page. Before we get into anything else, are you refusing to give an argument for deism?
I'm uninterested in giving an argument.
Okay, so and because of that, you're just refusing to give one, right?
What is the like purpose of wording it as I'm refusing it? Do you take that?
I just want to get a clear answer. So to be clear, you're just refusing to give an argument.
I said is a clear answer. I'm uninterested
is your answer
in giving a fine-tuning argument because I'm interested in better position, better.
Okay, so you just want. Okay, yeah, so you're refusing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, now for fill of mind, is there some proposition there you want to talk about?
I don't know. What do you do regarding Philip Mine? I mean, I can take you up on your stuff.
Is this supposed to answer my question?
I just said I don't know to your question.
Okay, you don't know. So until you have a proposition, then I don't even know what you want me to tell
I
you.
said I don't know.
Like you said, you
I
want to
could
talk
take you
about
up on
Philip
your
Mine,
positions.
but
Do you hold
I don't.
physicalism? I mean, I could propose one. Do you hold?
What do you mean by physicalism?
That only physical things exist.
What do you mean by physical?
Extension in space.
Extension is space-time. I don't hold that position now.
Okay. Are you a materialist?
What do you mean by materialism?
That only the material exists.
What do you mean by material?
Only matter and energy exist.
What do you mean by matter and energy?
Are you like fucking stupid?
Are you referring
you
to like the common notions in physics?
No.
If you're referring to the common notions of physics, then I don't hold that position either. Like a lot
Do you
of people
hold
when they talk
any-
about matter and energy will use
Well, do you
sometimes
hold
they'll
any
use like weird
position?
crazy views.
Do you hold any position on Philip Mine?
Any position in Philip Mine? I'm not sure. I have to think about it.
Are you a substance dualist?
No?
Do you know what a substance dualist is?
Yeah? Do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, the question is, obviously, if I'm asking you what it means, I know what it means. The question is whether
Yeah, I'm
you know
asking.
what it means.
Yeah, you asked me what it means. I said yes. I said do you? You said yes. Now I'm asking you what is the view?
Yeah, the view is just going to be like there's like both the immaterial and the material sort of exists as a duality.
Sorry, say it again.
Yeah, so it's just going to be that the material who is getting banned today.
Hello, sir. Why are you focus, man? I asked you what is
Yeah.
substance dualism?
If the sound effects wasn't like blasting in my headphones, then maybe I'd be able to focus better. But yeah, so substance dualism. Okay, we might have to mute everyone's soundboard since this is gonna happen. That sucks.
I just have soundboards like muted, like universal. I said.
Here, give me one moment. I'm gonna mute the
So
soundboards.
what do you think substance dualism?
Oh my god. Man!
Hello.
Is there like an update on Discord where they don't show like who fucking plays the damn soundboard no more?
Dude, I don't know. Look, forget about that. Focus. I don't know why you can't like focus on a conversation. It's a very
Are you
bad look.
fucking stupid, bitch? I just told you it'd be easier for me to focus if I don't have all these damn soundboards
Okay.
playing. Yeah, but
Well, right now, what?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
substance
Yeah.
dualism.
Yeah,
Are you
go
gonna
ahead.
let me explain? Yeah, substance
Yeah, go
dualism
ahead.
is going to be like there's some sort of coexistence between the material and the immaterial.
And by coexistence, you mean what?
Duality.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Duality.
Duality. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I'm not doing this meta debate where I'm going to define all the terms. If you don't know like basic
No,
Philip Mine terms, then I'm just not going to
Do you
engage with
think
you. It's a
that
waste
no?
of my
You're just
time.
you're giving an idiosyncratic, like account of
What's
substance dualism where it's
idiosyncratic
not
about
even
what I
clear.
said? What's
Yeah. So
idiosyncratic about what I said?
So the part when you say there's coexistence, and I asked you what that means, you say duality. If you look at common construals of substance dualism, they won't use those terms. And I'm actually from you. I'm actually looking for a very
can you prove
simple.
that?
I'm looking for look, we can use the SCP and the IEP. So look at the definitions of substance dualism on both cases, and you won't find
Why does
what you
that hold
say.
generally? Why is it the case that holds generally?
What do you mean by generally?
Yeah, you just said.
I said, like,
you
the
made claim
standard-
that you said it's idiosyncratic off the basis of me not holding to a quote unquote general definition of what these terms mean.
I said the standard accounts, which the IEP
Yeah,
or the
which is
SCP
standard means general.
would be very
right?
good
It's
to
gonna
do
be
so
like
because these are
like
peer
most
reviewed.
often.
These are peer-reviewed philosophy encyclopedia resources, so they will contain the standard notions of views.
There are
Right
also
now, look,
peer-reviewed-
there's a very simple account of substance dualism I was looking to hear from you that you couldn't be able to give. So I don't think you're. So look, the simple account would just be that there is a, so to speak, a physical substance, or there are physical things. There are, the mind is immaterial, the body is a physical thing, and the mind and the body interact with one another. But that's a simple way you should have put it.
So just so you know.
So the fact that you actually gave all that sort of ramble,
that's
it actually
what I
suggests to me that you don't know
that's
what
I
substance
conveyed.
dualism
Like
is.
if you can't even track a basic argument, like not
That's not what you
a basic
conveyed.
statement, then like I don't even know what to like to.
It's actually not what you
I
conveyed.
literally just
First,
described
you didn't
how
use
like
the
there's
word.
the existence of the physical and
use
the
the word-
immaterial, right?
You didn't actually mention one of the main components of the view, which is interactionism, right? All you said was that they coexist, and when I asked you what that, when I see what that means, you said that there's duality. That's just also equally as unclear. Right, so just using
Well, it's
vague
unclear
terms,
to you
it's
'cause
unclear that you
obviously
even
the
know.
terms that I used
It's unclear that you
obviously
even know what
didn't convey it
substance
to you.
dualism is, which is very strange.
Yeah,
Since you were asking me what it is.
yeah. So where's the contradiction in what I said in which
I didn't say that there was. I didn't say that there was.
Okay. So there's no contradiction in what
I'm
I
just
said.
saying it's
So where's-
unclear. I'm saying it's unclear
Okay,
what you
it's
said.
just
I'm not even
unclear.
sure if what you said is a
why
proposition.
why is the way that I conveyed it mean like it being unclear to you mean that I didn't convey the position properly? Like where's
I'm
the
just saying
entailment?
I'm just saying there's two things here. So one, use terminology that was non-standard, and two, there are very simple ways. Like if you were to look at the
Yeah,
IEP or
I
the
already put into
SCP,
question how
that the
like,
view is
like,
characterized,
non-standard
and you could have
necessarily.
given one of those simple accounts. I don't know why you kind of prevaricated from doing that. Just seems like you're not very familiar with the view.
Just because I didn't use the words that you want doesn't mean that the description that I gave was non-standard.
I'm not even sure you maybe I don't even want to grant you gave a description. It sounds like the type of thing you said was kind of like blah blah blah. I don't think it was very clear what you said.
Well, if you don't
But just to
understand
answer
English,
your previous
then
question, I'm actually not a
advise you to,
substance
like,
dualist.
sort of an English school. Like that's fine if you don't understand basic English.
Oh, what did you? Anyway. Yeah. Now, and also when I asked you to define the terms, you refused. By the way. Now, to be clear, to answer your earlier question, I'm actually.
I didn't refuse. I defined the terms. I defined the terms.
To answer your earlier question, I'm actually not a substance dualist. Do you have any more questions, or?
I mean, you don't even seem like you have a basic grasp on Phil of Mind, so I don't think there's any further
Oh, did you
questions
think I said
needed.
anything? Do you think I was wrong about some position in Phil of Mind?
Well, I think just because you weren't able to actually grasp the way I conveyed substance dualism just sort of shows that you don't seem to have like a basic understanding of what the entailments of the position are going to be. Right.
Do you think you have a strong grasp of Phil of Mind?
Just think of it like this, right? So, like, just me using a little bit different words, right? Just like was able to completely confuse you on like my description.
Do you think you have a good grasp of Phil of Mind?
I would say so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I were to ask you some questions, you think you'd get them correct?
This is so.
Yeah, this is just like
if I were to ask you, like, what are the two?
I'm not playing like
what are the two categories of?
Yeah, I'm not playing meta.
Like, what are the two categories of dualism?
This is a waste of my time.
What are the two categories?
Obviously,
spiritual.
What are the cool?
Yeah, so this is obviously a waste of my time. I'm not playing
What
trivia
are the
with
categories?
you.
Don't run away from the question. What's the answer?
Turns. By the
What's
way,
the
I
answer
just
to the
want to say you lied to me the other day. You told me you told me you beat Apollo. That nigga literally said you conceded. He literally said you conceded.
No, I never conceded, but don't dodge the question.
It's literally on
Don't
recording.
dodge the question.
That's
Yeah,
why.
well,
damn.
Look, don't dodge
Reverse
the question.
psychology.
No,
Wait, turns. The recording of you conceding is literally
Answer the
exists, my friend.
Answer the question.
Damn.
Why are you dodging the question? What are the two different
Reverse
categories of
psychology is
dualism?
crazy.
Oh, also, I just want to say no offense to you, Turns, but Apollo also said I slammed the hell out of you.
Mason.
Damn.
Damn, he's dodging the question. It's okay.
Yep.
It's okay to
Well,
dodge.
call it. Hey, call it.
unmute
Call
him.
it what you want.
Hey,
Call it
unmute
dodging.
and then-
Call it
and
whatever.
then-
Oh,
Unmute him.
unmute brain, bro.
And answer the question.
This is
Unmute him
yeah.
and answer the question. What are the two different categories of dualism? Answer the question.
Spiritual and physical.
It's just physical and mental, bro. Like everybody fucking knows this.
Oh, I was wrong.
No.
Oh,
Unmute him.
I want to ask you, Turns. No, I want to ask you. Is me not answering the question entailed that I don't know the answer?
oh.
I never said that. I just told you.
Bro, Ryan, shut the fuck up for 1 second, please. Ryan, holy shit. Like I'm dealing with enough retards as it is. Can you please like give me one less?
He's actually running. Why are you so scared of him? Just unmute him.
Turns. What are you talking about being scared?
Unmute him.
Who's scared?
You.
So let me ask you this, right? So is me
question.
muting him? Is me muting him until that I'm scared?
You muted him. Unmute him.
He's asserting dominance.
Okay. So is me muting him until that I'm scared, right? Where's the implication there?
Look, I never said that there was a fucking implication, idiot. When did I say that?
Okay. So why are you claiming I'm scared? What's the justification for me being scared?
When did I say that? That
Are you
implied that you were scared?
Are you
Oh my god!
Are you
It's
stupid?
obvious everyone identified.
Are you stupid
right now, bro?
Oh no, he's lost. He's lost. He's lost.
Give me an inference that I'm scared. Look, just fucking unmute him.
Bro, y'all should just get your stupidest.
Give me an inference. I'm scared. Look.
How about this? I got you. Hold on. Let me fix another issue. Turns. I know I kicked the fuck out of you the other day, so I won't deal with you either.
Thank God.